Start with Zach on your left and Mike.
Mike, I guess whether it's been, some of the stuff off the court before the season, or maybe just some of his quieter nights offensively, I imagine it's been frustrating for McKenzie at times the last few weeks. Just what gets him going in a game like this, and how important is a game like this just to kind of give him that feeling of 18 points, 8 rebounds, seeing some of that success translate in a game?
He's a freshman, and he's been working. And hopefully this will be a nice carryover to the next game.
Mike on your left and Robbie.
Yeah, with Xavier going, Mike, right here. With Xavier going down, how'd that kind of alter things for you? And you got quality minutes from Anthony off the bench. What did you kind of see from the guards when Xavier went down?
Well, again, it's a big loss. Xavier's a big piece to the puzzle. But, my theme has always been is next man up. You guys got to stay ready to play. Whoever is called upon, you got to step up and play. And I thought Anthony came in and gave us some positive minutes. Gabe, brought it down the stretch. He brought it home. So, it's what it is. Hopefully I'll see, once I go in, I'll see where we are with Xavier, because I have no idea at this point. But we're going to need Xavier to be healthy to help us win basketball games.
Robbie front row left and Todd.
Coach, what did you like most about what McKenzie did in the different ways that he scored tonight?
McKenzie just did what he was doing when he first got here. He had a game where he figured it out, and he's just got to continue to grow, continue to work, and then let it just happen.
Todd in front and Jim.
Mike, you saw quite a bit more zone today than you have seen. Obviously, you fed the post successfully, but how did you feel like you were against the zone?
Well, we scored 50 points in the paint, and a lot of that came out of the zone. Our bigs have worked pretty well together, when teams have played some zone against us. But we just got to continue to grow. Teams are going to play zone some. Teams are going to press us some. Teams are going to double the post some. All those things you got to combat it and execute and put the ball in the hole. That'll help.
Jim and Jack.
Mike, with McKenzie having the day that he had today, but how much does that open it up for guys like Kalel to have an even bigger day like he did as well, and opening up the whole game plan for you guys?
Well, again, we were 4 for 16 from 3, so I don't know how much opening that was. We didn't shoot the 3-ball again that well tonight, and still put 89 points on the board. We shoot them every day, and they just got to feel comfortable when they letting it go that it's going to go in. They can't hope it's going to go in. They just got to make it go in.
Jack on your right, then Mike.
Yeah, Mike, what did you see differently from your defense in the second half? It seemed like Harvard hit a lot of threes in the first half, and that dropped off in the second half.
A couple of threes were scrambling balls that we didn't come out. I was disappointed because we never got on the floor for loose balls. We lost 4 balls in the first half, and that can't happen. And 2 of those threes were made behind them. And then the other threes that they made, we just weren't up to touch. And I thought we did a better job the second half in getting up to touch. I think they made 1 probably the second half. But we were better, I think, the second half from a defensive standpoint and guarding the 3-point line.
Mike on your left and Zion.
Coach, just continuing on the defense, do you feel like McKenzie's kind of starting to figure things out on that end, and where have you seen him kind of grow in that area over the first month?
He was better tonight. Again, guys, he's a freshman, and you guys expect so much, from these young kids, and it's a learning process when you come out of high school and you go to college and you play college basketball. And he's got a ways to go, but he's making progress. Tonight was progress, and you just got to continue to work. And if you do that, I think good things will happen.
Zion in front and Luke.
Mike, you talked about how well Khalil and Malik played against the zone, and a few weeks ago you mentioned that buddy ball that they play with each other, which just how much does it do for your team when they play together well down low in the high-low game?
No, it's great. You know, Malik saw a lot of that last year with Race and Trace. And, you know, he hasn't forgotten it. The few minutes he played last year, he was on the tail end of some of that. Buddy ball with Trace, or may it be with Race. So, I mean, he and Big Fella, they kind of connected now a little bit, which is kind of nice to see, man. Especially when teams play a zone. You know, we got to be able to make plays inside the zone to be competitive.
Luke on your right, last one.
Khalil, 28 points, 12 of 13, found a few different ways to score tonight. What did you see from him out there?
Well, I mean, you know, he made some shots that was great, basically from Malik. You know, Malik fed him a few times. You know, he got a few offensive putbacks, did a couple turnaround jump shots, made some free throws. I mean, he's capable of doing that, and you know, we just got to keep him in a good place and playing hard. You know what I mean? You know, I thought in New York, in the UConn game, he didn't play hard enough. And I'm not saying that's the reason why we lost, but he just didn't play hard enough to me. And I thought the Louisville game, he came back and played a little bit hard, but tonight he played really hard. It's kind of nice to see him respond.
All right, thanks, Coach.